Hey there, everybody! What is up? Linko Insane here, and oh my goodness, the Switch 2 is already a year old. But over that first year, what have I collected? And by that, I mean, what accessories have I bought? What amiibo have I gotten? What games do I have? Well, that's what we are going to be going over in this video. And at the end, we'll round up the price to see how much my Nintendo Switch 2 collection is worth in the console's first year. Now, I'm super excited to get into this with you guys. So, without further ado, let's get right into the video! Alright, so before we get into things here, I just wanted to say that this video is unscripted, so the whole time I'll pretty much just be coming up with stories off the top of my head and coming up with ways to tell of how I got each item. So, what better place to start than the Switch 2 itself? Okay, so let's start with when I first watched the original trailer for this thing. So, I was having to stay home from school for a few days because I had the flu. But oh my gosh, am I glad that I had the flu. So, I'm sick, so I go onto Nintendo's YouTube channel, and this is at the time where the Switch 2 was being leaked absolutely everywhere by even major accessory companies. I'm pretty sure it was Dbrand that showed off in their video the console itself, showcasing the accessories for it. But yeah, so I log on to I go on to Nintendo's YouTube channel, and oh my gosh, what do I see? It had been posted only 20 minutes prior, Nintendo Switch 2 announcement trailer. And I know it's kind of crazy, but even though it's only a little bit over a year old, since the trailer dropped in January of 2025, I somehow feel like massive nostalgia, just replaying the moments in my mind when I first saw that glimpse of Mario Kart World, the Joy-Con snapping on magnetically. Oh my goodness, it was just so epic. But pretty much as soon as the trailer ended, I started saving my allowance. I didn't spend any of my birthday money. I just saved for the Switch 2. And yes, I did get enough. Now, I was not able to get it on launch day. So, yeah. Pretty much what happened was, for my birthday, me and my family went to Epic Universe. And this was super close to when it first launched, too. This is June 4th, and of course, June 5th, the launch day of the Switch 2. Funny that I was at Nintendo World the day that the Nintendo Switch 2 launched. But then, once we got home, my aunt, who lives in another state, sometimes comes down to Florida, and she loves to play video games like me. When she's down here, we'll go play Pokemon Go. When she's back in Virginia, we'll play Minecraft. It's super fun. But yeah, so she was down here. Once, when we got back, she was down here in Florida, and she said, "Hey, I'll take you to get the Switch 2. So, on Saturday, June 7th, 2025, we set out at 9 a.m. And you better believe that this thing was hard to find, because if you did not pre-order the Switch 2, you were absolute toast. You pre-ordered it, or you stood in line at Walmart at 3 a.m. But still, we set off with a hope and a dream. So, we first went to Target, didn't have it. Then, same city, we went to GameStop. We actually waited in the line of 20 people, only for them to have one Switch 2 in the entire store. And it wasn't even the Switch 2 I was looking for, because I wanted to get the bundle that came with Mario Kart World. But it was just a plain Switch 2. So then we go to Best Buy. And there's a big sign inside of the store, near the entrance, it has the Switch 2 on it. It says, sold out. So, I'm sending a picture to my friend, right, where I'm just standing in front of it with a sad face and all that. Not being serious, of course. Just a cartoony sad face. And then the manager sees us and calls us over and starts calling other Best Buy managers around the state by their personal phone numbers. And he finds a Best Buy that's about an hour away with one Switch 2 Mario Kart World bundle that was not out in the store for purchase, but they said they would hold it for us. So we drove an hour there. We get there, we get my sweet Switch 2, and I get a migraine. Yeah, so newsflash, I get migraines like pretty frequently. Not super frequently, but at least once a month, and I get headaches all the time. I don't know what's wrong with me. But yeah, I get my Switch 2, but at the cost with feeling like I'm about to die. So I barely made it through lunch, okay, after we got this thing. It's so funny because my aunt was so determined not to let, she wanted to protect this thing at all costs, so we took it in the box into the restaurant with us in her backpack. Yeah, but the waitress serving us didn't know that, the reason that the backpack was about to blow up because it looked so stuffed because there was a in-box Switch 2 inside. But anyways, yeah, we got home. I literally threw up. That's how bad my migraine was. But then after a few hours, I felt better. And I was so excited that I didn't even take the time to record anything or post it on YouTube. I just ripped into the box, got my Switch 2, and then proceeded to wait another 24 hours for Mario Kart World to download. But yeah, that's the story of how I got the Switch 2. And for the console itself, I think it's great. Definitely lacking some stuff. By stuff, I mean games like 3D Mario. Doesn't have any big major Zelda games. Definitely has a pricing issue, but thankfully it seems like Nintendo is fixing that issue and making smaller games only cost $60 instead of $70. But yeah, as far as this goes to our collection value, which will be shown at the end of the video, I'm counting the Switch 2 itself, the dock, Mario Kart World. I'm counting all of that as one piece. So that brings our current worth up to $500. Now I guess we can move into the accessories that I have for this thing. Okay, so for the first accessory, we're gonna have to take back out the Switch 2 because I have a screen protector. It costs about $10. So I believe that would bring our total up to $510. Then we have my case. I think this case is great. It cost me about $15. Thing looks very professional, especially on the outside, like a miniature briefcase. It probably doesn't look that professional, but compared to what I did have, which was a crazy thing with it was like Mario and it had overalls and everything, straps on it. It looks so childish. But now we had this nice sleek black case, and I think it's great. Holds the Switch 2 nicely. I guess I can get the Switch 2 to show to you guys how it fits in. All you gotta do is sit in here like this. Boop. You close it up. Then there's a little Velcro thing that attaches. Boom. It fits it perfectly. But yeah, so it can hold, let's see, I'm not sure. Yeah, it should hold 20 games. Have some in there right now, actually, from last time I was on the road for a while. And you can hold a bunch of other small items and accessories here. I usually keep a screen cleaner, some ear pods, all that good stuff. And I guess amiibo figures do count as accessories, but I suppose we can give them their own little segment. So let's take a look at those. Alright, so I suppose we can start off with the Donkey Kong Bonanza amiibo. And I forgot to mention, but with that case, it cost me about $15, so our current collection value is $525. So yeah, this might, I don't know if it's my favorite. Probably my second favorite out of all of my amiibo for the Switch 2 so far. But yeah, this came out alongside Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I did not get it until this past December as a Christmas gift. But yeah, I definitely love it though. Has great detail with all of Donkey Kong's fur and everything. You can see Pauline's jean texture. It's great. It's great. Oh gosh, I can't even remember what it does in the game. And I made a video on it too. Oh yeah, that's what it does. I know it unlocks you a really nice outfit for Pauline that makes her look like Pauline from Mario Odyssey with like her fancy dress and everything. And also, I think afterwards, if you just start scanning it in during the game, it gives you like these big hunks of terrain that you can throw around and break stuff with, which can be pretty useful. But then, let's see, who do we want to do next? I told you this video was unscripted. Alright, I guess we can go in, from now on, we'll go in chronological order. So, I guess we can do the Kirby Air Rider ones at the same time, but I did get this guy first. So, oh wait, with Donkey Kong here, that brings our collection value up to 555. Also, at the end of the video, I'll check on my math to make sure I'm correct, because I'm just doing this off the top of my head. So, yeah, these are gigantic. I mean, look at them compared to Donkey Kong. These amiibos are huge, and I love their bases too, with how shiny they are. But yeah, they're for Kirby Air Riders. And we all know, well, probably not all of us, but any amiibo collector probably knows what they can do, which is you can switch them around. That's how they appear in your Kirby Air Riders game. And you can train them like in Smash Bros. So yeah, this does mean I had the sanity to spend $100 on little figures that can swap around. But hey, I don't have an excuse. So that brings our collection value up by an entire 100. So let's see. Now we're at $655. Let me get Kirby back into position. There we go. Now, I suppose we can do the last amiibos together. We have the latest set of like the Mario Wonder Switch 2 edition amiibos. I really love these. They're pretty awesome. Elephant Mario is my favorite amiibo so far for the Switch 2. But yeah, these guys are awesome. These costed $25 each, so that means this should add in $70 to our collection worth, or collection value. So let's go ahead and do the math. So 75. You know, I'm just gonna do this all at the end of the video. I'll stop updating you along the way. So, sorry for the most iconic Elephant Mario. Looks great, love him. My only complaint is that they don't really do much in the games. All you can really do is that, like, if you have the Switch 2 edition, in the Bellabelle Park or Camp Central, it'll, like, decorate all the flowers, look like, I don't know, Captain Toad's head, or an elephant apple for Elephant Mario. And then in the levels, all it does is give you some power-ups. Like, Captain Toad gives you the drill mushroom, because I remember I did make a video on these, where I, like, did everything in the game with them, and all that cool stuff, unboxed them, so make sure to go check that out. I know Captain Toad and Talking Flower gave you the drill mushroom. Elephant Mario obviously gave you the elephant apple. And this one gave you the flower power-up. So, yeah. I love these. Since Mario Wonder is one of my favorite Mario games, these are just perfect to go along with it. But now, I guess we can get into the games. Not sure why I took so long to do these, since it's like literally the main thing you would buy a video game console for. But I told you this video wasn't scripted, so let's get into those. Alright, so I currently have 7 games for the Switch 2. 5 of them are physical, and then I have 2 digital games. But here's the physicals. And let's start off with my first physical Switch 2 game. Donkey Kong Bonanza. Best Switch 2 game, without a doubt. It's perfect. It's perfect, okay? It's incredible. That's all I have to say. This game, it's awesome. Got it on launch day. It was great, too, because the launch day, on its launch day, when I went to go buy it, I was literally the first person to buy it from my Walmart. Like, I went there so early in the morning because I was so hyped for this game that they didn't even have them out on like the video game aisle yet in the case. They had it behind the counter behind a locked gate in a little compartment, and they were still in the box from Nintendo. So that was definitely a fun experience. But it was awesome too because I got to play Donkey Kong Bonanza so much that day since me and my family were leaving for a quick vacation that day. So I just played it like the whole way there, the whole 3 hours. But yeah, it was epic, incredible game. Best Switch 2 game. Oh yeah, it's digital games. I have Mario Kart World, as you probably know since I talked about the bundle, and Mario Wonder Switch 2 Edition. Love it. Adds in even more great content to a great Mario game. Then let's go to my second. Wait, what would be my second? Oh yeah, my second physical Switch 2 game. Pokemon Legends EA Switch 2 Edition. Alright. It's not incredible. I'm not going to praise this thing like I did Donkey Kong Bonanza. Not the sequel I was looking for. My sequel, this is the sequel to Pokemon Legends Arceus, which I absolutely love that game. I mean, I still don't like how you're stuck in a big city the whole game. And in that city, only half of the areas can you actually catch and find and fight Pokemon. Or wild Pokemon, at least. I didn't even finish the game. It was just starting to get kind of boring, you know? It was like, okay. Alright, just go find a wild zone, catch some Pokemon. Did that, and it's like, alright, fight some Mega Pokemon. Because, like, do these Mega Raids, okay? Do that. And then it's just like rinse and repeat over and over again. I mean, I'm sure something happened eventually where it was different. But I did not stick around to find out. I mean, I'm probably my least favorite Switch 2 game. Yeah, look, I know. Unsubscribe, whatever. We have Kirby Air Riders. Also, I know the lighting and the camera's a bit off today, but I'm recording this kind of late at night, so my phone camera just does that. Sorry. Kirby Air Riders. I love Mario Kart, okay? I don't love the intermission tracks, though, in Mario Kart World. I don't think anyone does, but I love Mario Kart, so that's why I got Kirby Air Riders. But it's not like Mario Kart. It's a different kind of racing game, if you know what I mean. Mario Kart is super reliant on the items and, like, the drifting and the shortcuts and all that cool stuff. And Kirby Air Riders is just different. I don't know how to explain how Kirby Air Riders is different. But it just is. It's just not the same. I mean, yes, it's still fun and everything. And I'm sure lots of people absolutely love it. But just not my favorite. My least favorite, actually. Then we have... You know what? I love this game for one reason. It failed. That's why I love it. You want to know why? Because, dude, with massive failure so far. I don't even think it's sold 1 million copies yet. Wow, Nintendo. That's making Nintendo lower prices for Switch 2 games. So, as far as I can tell, they're going to keep the big prices for big games like Donkey Kong Bonanza or other big stuff that hasn't released yet like Mario Kart World. But now, for more AA, slightly smaller games like Mario Tennis FIFA or Star Fox coming out at the end of this month, they're dropping those down to $60. And even at Walmart's even selling Star Fox for $50. And that's like a big, well-made game by Nintendo. Well, not huge, but you know, AA title. The game itself, good. It's good for Mario Tennis game. Is it good for $70? No. Yeah, I think it was so much fun to play online. And you can't really do that anymore, because after a few weeks, literally everyone on the planet stopped playing online, and then you can't find matches anymore. And playing Mario Tennis Fever just isn't the same when you're playing against computers. It's fun playing with your friends, it's fun playing with people around the world online, but not with computers. It's like you're trying to play against some kind of dumb AI, you know? Then we have the latest Switch 2 game. Love it. I love it. I know in my short I made about this one, which most of you haven't seen That was one of my shorts that just did not get good views. Didn't even pass 100. Wow. But yeah, here we have Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. In that short, I said that this game was definitely aimed at younger children, and I do think it is. But I said that in a negative tone. Yeah, well, that was me playing like the first level, alright? Now that I've beaten the main story mode, still working on the post-game content, I love it! I mean, Yoshi can't die or take damage, and I mean, the story is kind of dumb. I mean, it's just like Bowser Jr. and Kamek flying around. I mean, there are some cool little parts and twists at the end, but I won't spoil those for you. Oh, man, it's just so much fun. It's so much fun just to experiment with all these different creatures. It's been like 30 minutes in each level, just playing around, testing stuff out, seeing how they taste to Yoshi, seeing what they do on your backs, messing around with the environment that they live in. It's just so much fun. But yeah, I definitely judged this book by its cover. That was corny. I love it. It's great. It's relaxing. It's like Pokemon too, collecting all these different little creatures and all that. Filling out the book, which is like your Pokédex. But I also love 2D platformers, so definitely scratched that itch as well. Gave me that good old Mario charm. Pretty good for my first ever Yoshi game. I just haven't felt the need to pick any up until now. Crafted World does not look that interesting. I mean, I thought that this was the most babyish game ever. But it turns out that Nintendo just has babyish marketing. I mean, Crafted World, though. I played a little bit of it. Definitely made for babies. Yoshi's Crafted World is like baby's first video game. Alright, you know what? I'm getting so off track here. I spent like 5 minutes talking about Yoshi's Crafted World, which isn't even in this video. But yeah, that about wraps things up here. I am just going to like walk around and check and make sure I did not miss anything in my Switch 2 collection. But let's head to the outro. Hey there, everybody! Thanks for watching to the end of the video. Overall, I think that this first year of Switch 2 was great. I mean, it had lots of amiibos, a good few games, and some really good ones at that, like Donkey Kong Bonanza and Yoshi and the Mysterious Book. But with all this, throughout this first year, my current collection value is now at exactly $1,100. Now, that's all I have for today, so until next time, Linko Insane, out.